Hey cleaning family, it's Carolyn Arellano, your cleaning business mentor, back with another gem to help you price and scale your residential cleaning business with confidence. When I launched my residential cleaning company, one of my biggest concerns was this exact question. How do I price my residential cleaning services the right way? Because pricing feels scary when you're new. You don't want to charge too much, you don't want to undercharge or work for pennies. So today I'm going to teach you how to determine your billable hourly rate, how to understand different pricing structures, and how to confidently quote your residential cleaning jobs. And just so that you understand, this video is going to give you the pricing foundation. But I have another full video coming soon where we break down the actual formula for understanding what goes into your billable hourly rate, including expenses, labor, profit, taxes, and more. So be sure to hit the subscribe and notification button so that you don't miss out. Understanding your billable hourly rate. Before you can quote any job, you need to know your billable hourly rate. A billable hourly rate is the amount of money you charge a client per hour of work performed. In a cleaning business, it represents how much you earn for every hour a cleaner or technician is on the job. This is the foundation of your pricing. Everything else is built on top of this number. But here's the thing, every state, every market, and every cost of living level is different, which means you can't just copy someone else's pricing. You must determine what's standard in your specific area. How to find the going rate in your market. Open up a Google sheet or grab a notebook because we are going to be doing some real market research. I want you to write down about 15 to 20 legitimate cleaning companies in the service area that you will be providing. Avoid comparing yourself to cleaning ladies working under the table. We are building companies here. Start calling these local companies to get quotes and say something along the lines of, hi, I'm looking for a quote for a one-time deep cleaning. I have this many bedrooms and bathrooms. How much do you typically charge for a home this size? Pay attention to the numbers that they give you. How much are they charging? How many cleaners are they sending? You can ask. How long is the estimated job going to take? That's a question to ask. And while you're on the phone, this is also very important information to ask. How much extra do you charge for inside of the fridge? What about oven cleaning, cabinet exteriors, windows, pets? Because this will help you understand their add-on pricing structure, not just the base rate. If they won't give you an hourly amount directly, simply reverse calculate it. Here's an example. If a cleaning is $200 with one cleaner that they're sending for 2 hours, then you know they're charging $100 an hour. Do this with all 15 to 20 companies. Then look at the price ranges and decide where you want to position yourself. Now, choosing that number also requires knowing your expenses and profit margin, but that breakdown is in the next video. So make sure that you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell. A pro bonus tip is to look online as well. Don't just call in to do the market research. A lot of cleaning companies now use online booking forms where clients can pick services, select extras, and see the pricing instantly. Many use systems like Booking Koala or similar platforms. So sometimes you don't even need to call. You can add items to the cart and study their pricing. If you're looking for web design and booking form building, we provide these services. I'll be sure to go ahead and put a link in the description of this video for a free quote. All right, now that you understand how to find your billable hourly rate baseline, let's get into quoting the jobs. Clean time estimation, and this is critical for accurate pricing. Once you know what you want to charge per hour, you must estimate how long each job will take. You'll learn this with experience, which is why I recommend timing every clean that you or your team members do. Be sure to write down how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, and the square footage. My company's baseline deep cleaning times I'm going to share with you right now in case you're new and just starting out. A 1 bed, 1 bath takes us about 3 hours to clean, and that's minimum. 2 bed, 2 bath, 4 hours. A 3 bed, 3 bath, 6 hours. A 4 bed, 4 bath, 8 hours. A 5 bed, 5 bath, 10 hours. A 6 bed, 6 bath, 12 hours, and a 7 bed, 7 bath, 14 hours. These numbers are based on my checklist and include interior windows, baseboards, and high dusting. This is going to be adjusted based on your own scope of work. I'll also be sure to link down below free cleaning checklist for you guys. If your rate is $50 an hour and a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom takes you 3 hours, you're going to do 3 hours times $50 an hour equals $150 for the job. Simple. And extras get applied based on time. Inside refrigerator, an additional hour, $50. Oven, 1 hour, $50. Cabinet exteriors, 1 hour, $50. Finished basement, 1 hour, $50. Pet hair, anywhere from an additional 30 to 60 minutes, so $25 to $50. You are not pricing items, you're pricing your time. Great news, cleaning family. I have officially launched my Cleaning Business Mentor online community, which is a paid monthly membership to an online community of cleaning business owners from all around the globe. Also included are group coaching calls, some of my online courses, new digital downloads, members only videos, and so much more. If you guys are interested in joining my online community with tons of ongoing support, be sure to go ahead and sign up today. Link in the description of this video. Now let's talk about hourly versus flat rate pricing. You can charge two different ways. What we personally do in my business is every single first cleaning is billed hourly. The pros of billing hourly are that it's more accurate, you get paid for the actual time worked, and there's flexibility for unexpected situations. We also have a 4 man-hour minimum, meaning we won't come out for anything less than that. At a $50 an hour example, that would be $200. The second way that you can quote is flat rate, and we typically move our clients over to a flat rate once the initial deep cleaning is done. Many companies prefer this. It works only if you quote time accurately though, meaning the flat rate method. So if you estimate 4 hours but you spend 7, then you lose money. There's no wrong way here, just know your numbers. Again, my pro tip is charge every first cleaning as a deep hourly cleaning and then move them over to a flat rate. Now let's talk about some intake questions that you need to ask your clients before giving them a price. How many bedrooms and bathrooms are there? Are there any additional office or bonus rooms? Would you like the inside of the refrigerator done? The inside of the oven? The front of the cabinets? How about the windows? Are there pets in the home? How many? Have you recently had renovation or construction done? Do you have a finished basement that you would like to include? What type of cleaning is needed? Is this a deep clean, a move-in, move-out, or post-construction? And you'll know this based on the answers that they give you, whether or not they have furniture in the home or not. Then always ask for the address and check Zillow or Redfin. Many clients forget extra floors, extra bathrooms, and renovations. Never assume, always verify the information. Now let's talk about time extensions and approval script. As I mentioned, we do give them an hourly rate, but we do have an estimate. So typically we would let them know that they have a maximum of 6 hours for the cleaning. If we need more time, we would say, "Hi there, Miss Carolyn. We're just giving you a call and wanted to let you know that the team is going to need an additional 1 hour of time to finish doing the cleaning properly. Would you like to approve the additional 1 hour of time, or would you like us to focus on the areas and stay within the quote?" 90% of the time, the client is going to approve the extra time and be grateful that you didn't rush it. If you'd like my deep clean, move in, move out, and post-construction cleaning checklist, click the link in the description of this video and you will be able to have them for download completely for free. You can share these checklists with your clients and you can use them with your cleaners to maintain consistency. And if you need a website and instant booking form quoting system with features such as booking Koala, live chat, integrated payments, and automated scheduling, then be sure to click the link in the description of this video for your free quote, as we do provide web design and instant form building for all service-based businesses. I hope that you guys found this video informational and educational. Remember, you guys, in my opinion, quoting your first residential house clean based on an hourly rate with an expected amount of time is the best way to go. So for example, when I was talking about a 3-bed, 3-bath taking about 6 hours to clean on average, how I would tell the client or present this to the client would be, "Hi, Miss Carolyn. Okay, so for a home your size with that many bedrooms and bathrooms, it would typically be about $300. This will get you up to 6 hours of cleaning." So we're not giving them a minimum, but a maximum. This will give you up to 6 hours of cleaning. Then once you get on site, if your technicians or yourself notice that you need more time, you want to immediately inform the client. So you would call the client no later at the top of the last hour. So if we quoted 6 hours of clean time, the latest that you should call your client out of respect is at that 5th hour. That way you're giving them an hour's notice. And you would say something along the lines of this: "Hey, Miss Carolyn, I just wanted to let you know that we're at the top of the 6th hour. We have 1 hour left to go. The team has completed the entire 2nd floor, the living room and dining room, and now we are left with the kitchen and the foyer." Always give them an update as to what is done. "My team is letting me know that they will need an additional 30 minutes to an hour to properly clean the kitchen and get to that front foyer room. Would you like to approve the additional hour of time at this rate, or would you like to stay within the quoted 6 hours and $300 quotation?" And if so, where would you like us to focus our time on the next hour? 90% of the time, the clients approve the additional time and they're very happy that we weren't rushing through the cleaning. And on top of that, moving forward, we move them to a flat rate pricing because we now know how much time it takes to deep clean their home and how everything is laid out. Usually we would take about 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes more depending on the situation, off of the initial deep cleaning pricing. So if the deep clean took 6 hours, then the maintenance clean once a month may only take you 5. And instead of that $300, now you're telling your client a monthly clean is going to be $250 because you know exactly what's going to get done. You know how the house has to be cleaned. And if it takes you any less, you still get paid that $250. I hope you guys really like this video. Again, I'm going to be doing another video where I dive into, okay, how do we figure out the expenses, right? And the profit of that billable hourly rate. Until next time, cleaning family. And guys, don't forget to join the CEO Success Circle online community with weekly coaching calls and tons of other resources for your cleaning business.